Wyoming elected officials, residents, and business owners are outraged at a proposed 30% rate increase requested by Rocky Mountain Power. A drunk man was burned while crossing a thermal area in Yellowstone. And while mountain goats generally shy away from people in Wyoming, they're killing dogs in a popular hiking area in Utah. Bringing you these stories and more from Wyoming's largest news organization, I'm Wendy Kaur for Cowboy State Daily. Wyoming elected officials, residents, and business owners packed a room in Casper Thursday evening to express to the Wyoming Public Service Commission their opposition to a 30% rate increase requested by Rocky Mountain Power. Cowboy State Daily's energy reporter Kevin Kelo was at the meeting and said attendees expressed their outrage at renewable energy policies they say are driving up electricity costs in the state.
Rocky Mountain Power is requesting rate increases of over 30%, and a lot of this is due to their investments in renewable energy. Some of it is the cost of fuels, but that stems from them utilizing natural gas a lot more readily than coal, and the natural gas market is very volatile. But sometimes they also don't have enough electricity to satisfy demand, so they have to buy it on the market, which is very expensive.
Kelo said representatives from local governments as well as private businesses spoke against the proposed increase, saying the rate hikes would severely impact them. A Michigan man accused of being dangerously drunk and then getting burned after he walked through a thermal pool has been banned from Yellowstone National Park and faces federal charges. Cowboy State Daily's Claire McFarland reports that 49-year-old Jason Wicks of Hillman, Michigan, pleaded not guilty Wednesday in the park's federal court.
He's accused of being intoxicated to the point of endangering himself or others and veering off the visitors' trails in Yellowstone to walk on thermals. And according to the U.S. Attorney's Office, he suffered thermal burns.
A trial date is not yet set, and the citation represents allegations, not a conviction of guilt. Wyoming Secretary of State Chuck Gray urged state lawmakers Thursday to advance a bill that would require people to live in Wyoming for at least 30 days to vote in elections here. Cowboy State Daily's Leo Wolfson reports that Gray pushed the legislature's Corporations, Elections, and Political Subdivisions Committee to get ahead of an issue that could be a problem for Wyoming in the future.
A lot of people criticize the proposal, saying that there's been really no single instance of this proven to be an issue in the past. It's never really been proven to have happened in a nefarious way before.
But Gray said even a single limited instance of fraud could throw an entire election into doubt, outlining a scenario of someone from out of state who could check into a Wyoming hotel and then immediately be able to vote in the state. I'll be back with more news right after this.
At Hilltop Bank, we understand that buying a home is a big decision. That's why we're here to be your trusted partner on the path to home ownership. Our experienced mortgage team will guide you every step of the way, from pre-approval to closing. We offer competitive rates and a wide variety of home loan options to best suit your needs. With our local knowledge and personalized service, you'll feel confident and comfortable throughout the entire home buying process. Contact us today to start your journey toward home ownership. Hilltop Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
The body of missing hiker John Diepholz was found late Thursday morning above Spider Lake in the Wind River Mountains. Cowboy State Daily's Jimmy Orr reports that the 64-year-old Minnesota man likely fell to his death, and weather could have been a factor.
Hiking in the area can always be a risk, but this summer, because of the severity and intensity and frequency of the storm fronts moving through, it's been heightened.
Authorities say Diepholz was on a solo hike and did not return as he was scheduled to, so search and rescue efforts were launched earlier this week. And mountain goats are relatively rare and elusive in Wyoming, but popular hiking trails near Orem, Utah have gotten so crowded, mountain goats have started killing hikers' dogs. 3 dogs have been killed in front of their owners on Mount Timpanogos in the past 3 weeks, including 2 that were fatally gored and 1 that was tossed over a cliff and to its death. Cowboy State Daily's Mark Hines says the mountain goats in this area have lost their fear of people and may associate dogs with wolves, a natural predator.
These hiking trails are a lot more crowded than what we're used to in Wyoming. And what's happening is people weren't paying attention. They let their dogs off the leashes, got too close to the mountain goats. Mountain goats decided they didn't like that and killed the dogs.
The Utah Division of Wildlife Resources is advising hikers to be careful on the mountain and consider leaving their dogs at home. And that's today's news. You can read about all of these stories and more on CowboyStateDaily.com, offering the best and most complete news coverage in Wyoming. I'm Wendy Kaur for Cowboy State Daily.